Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back. My name is Bo from Blades and Blasters, and I'm here tonight with our gang, with our crew. We're going to play Cyberpunk Red. This is chapter 4.0 of our campaign. With us tonight, we have Walter Peck playing Cuervo. We have Slip playing Switch, and Zypher playing Marcus Blazik. And of course, we have Tet playing S.W. Duger. Recently published Heroes in the Hardship 4 rulebook. Check it out on Drive Through RPG, and Kickstarter page is probably still up too. But without further ado, let's get it started. Big Will Fernie stared across the table. He was sweating slightly. Good food does that, you know. It makes you sweat. Especially when it's loaded with salt, butter, and heavy cream. Yeah, motherfucker, the real stuff. This is goddamn La Paris, the most up-and-coming eatery in all Night City. Why shouldn't Big Willie bring his bride here? He stared again and wiped his mouth. A drizzle of butter dripped down his chin. Big Willie had 3. Like a river of taste-laden delight. I need to take a shit, sweetie, he said. Big Will was nearly 400 pounds. Yeah, he was chromed out. Some say too much. But most of that weight was from 10 years of living that best life he knew how. Food, drink, sex, entertainment. Entertainment while drinking, eating, and getting his girthy cock sucked by the lovely lady across the table in front of him. Alpha 20, a retired hacker, stared back at Big Willie. She was a goddamned angel. Her hair was like the mists of Avalon. Her eyes deep enough that you could get lost in them forever. But love is unconquered, and as Big Will looked at her with delight, she returned the favor. Sure thing, love, she said. I'll see you when you get back. Fernie stood up. A piece of pasta was plastered on his belly. It fell to the ground with a splat as Will left for the bathroom. It was work getting there. He was sweating doubly now, but he made it. After all, he didn't need to have a bowel movement. Zip, he took his cock out instead. He looked down. Even with layers of fat, Big Will's Johnson, flaccid, was a meaty 7 inches. And when it grows, Big Will laughed to himself. He shook his prick a few times and stuffed the massive appendage back in his pants. He shrugged. He washed his hands. He was a lucky man. Rich as fuck, fat as fuck, with a giant dick that left most Mr. Stud models in the dust. That's right, he said. He wiped his fat hands on his shirt. I'm a goddamn legend. He left the bathroom. Alpha, sweetie, when I get home, I want to... Alpha? He looked around. His beautiful angel had returned to heaven. She was gone! Will pulled a waiter to the side. Did you see her? Hot chick, big hair, nice cheekbones, way out of my league. I'm sorry, sir, said the waiter. I haven't seen her. Panicking, Big Will Fernie went downstairs and grabbed the maitre d', Maurice. Maurice! Maurice! He was yelling now. Maurice did not like it. He was a particular gentleman about the atmosphere at La Paris. He didn't tolerate bullshit. You should watch your tone, Mr. Fernie, he said. We have guests eating, and I dare say seeing you like this may destroy their appetite. Big Will glowered. Have you seen my wife, Alpha? I have not. He stormed back upstairs. Alpha! Alpha! Sweetheart! The diners looked at him, puzzled. He looked for his agent. Stolen! In a rolling thunder of flesh, he was again at Maurice's side and grabbed Maurice's agent. He dialed a few digits. Get me Jimmy Torrent! I need him now! It's an emergency! There's been a kidnapping! And the music fades and the scene changes from La Paris to the mean streets of Night City, where we find ourselves turning this way and that. We find ourselves on a bus, a familiar bus, with two people in particular riding on that bus. We find Clarence Cuervo Auvoir and Mr. One Marcus Blazik. Alright, you guys hopefully can see that.
Yep.
You guys all see the bus?
Yep, we're on the bus.
Take it away.
Cuervo, getting onto the bus, sees a familiar face, one that is constantly full of paranoia, but regardless, he moves over, sits across from him, gives him a nonchalant nod, knowing Blazek's fear and paranoia. He doesn't want to act like he knows him, for someone might think they're connected. So he sits there. Nice day out, huh?
Blazek is sitting opposite. He has these Ray-Bans he got from Cuervo, and he's staring out into the sky. Without turning around to look at Cuervo, he's looking at some large neon signs. He's talking about something that he doesn't know what it is. And he nods. Yes, it's a nice day so far.
That's good. Those glasses been helping?
Yes. It bans the rays from coming into me and programming me. You see those billboards? They are not what they seem. Nobody knows it. Why do you think people buy so much in Night City? It's those billboards. And as he keeps talking, he looks around like, he's never making eye contact with Cuervo.
It's almost like there's subliminal messages in there, like obey, consume, do not question authority.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it before. That's how they control you. By not trying to control you. By not seeming to want to control you. Giving you pure freedom, but freedom with limits. And as soon as you get used to freedom, they start taking it away slowly. Very ever so slowly. And then you get scared. Because you start losing your freedom. And he starts rambling some nonsense.
That's what they say. The best prisons are the ones in which the prisoners think they are free.
Yes. But you're a smart man like me. And you see the prison bars, don't you? These Ray-Bans help to show those prison bars.
They want everybody to stay awake or stay asleep, but people like you and me, we're wide awake.
Wide awake indeed. And then, uncharacteristically, Marcus kind of puts his face close to the window and starts like kind of breathing on it. And then he looks closer, kind of a little surprised that he didn't see anything there. Last time there was something there. Maybe it's somewhere else.
Anything in particular?
It said they know. And I'm trying to find out what is it that they know. Do they know about me?
Or do they think they know?
Exactly. And what is it that they know?
And how long?
Have they known? Questions. Too many questions, not enough answers.
That's why
keep
people like
seeking
you
it.
and me keep them guessing.
Indeed. But soon if we don't find some answers, then we might be questions ourselves. Did we exist? Did we make a difference? Did we stop them?
That's why they see you as a homeless drifter. But what I see a man with capabilities.
You know what? Somebody else said that to me a long time ago. But I can't remember who it was.
Best to forget names sometimes, right?
Names and memories. Best to forget names and memories.
As that happened, Cuervo, you feel a vibration in your pocket as your agent starts to ring.
He kind of answers it, yo.
Hey! It's Cuervo!
Yeah, who's this?
Jimmy Torrent. I'm trying to get in touch with Lolo. Yeah. He's not answering his agent. Is he okay?
Oh yeah, he's fine. He's just in the middle of something. Don't worry about it. What do you got?
It's not for your ears there, Cuervo. I know you, and listen, man, I'm gonna give you your space. I know you're probably all fucking coked up. I said the quiet part out loud. Sorry, man. What about that motherfucker? Yeah, never mind. I got somebody else for the job.
Whoa.
Bye-bye.
What?
Just hangs up.
What? Kind of looks at Blazek. Ah, man, these people are weird in this city.
That they are. It's the complacency, you see. It's the complacency. You and I live on the edge. From the edge you can see the vast expanse, don't you? You can see everything for the way it is.
That's right. Tell me something. How good you tracking down something?
You want to track down something? I can track
Or
it down.
someone.
Or someone?
My curiosity's got this cat peaked. Someone says they have a job for me, and then all of a sudden, or have some work, and all of a sudden change their mind mid-phone call. Kind of makes me start thinking what they got planned.
I think we can find them.
Well, then,
Because when you're hunted, you get good at hunting as well.
well, then maybe we need to go find a little place and do a little tracking.
Wonderful. And he's still looking at, still not looking at your face, right? It's like it's, to anybody else it looks like he's just mumbling, to himself. Like some homeless junkie in the bus. Where do you suggest we start? Did you get a name from the person?
Oh, it's a friend that, I wouldn't know if I'd say friend, but it's an acquaintance, a Lolo. Torrent's the last name.
Torrent. Well, a person like that would need some sort of a business front. After all, if he was trying to contact Lolo, he must be a businessman like Lolo. There are ways to find these things.
Well, let's get a little food in us. Let's head down to Rusty Brown's Ring Donuts real quick and get some calf and Gen Pack before we go out on our little adventure. My treat.
And now Marcus kind of like snaps his head and looks at you when you say your treat and his food. Will there be these things called elephant ears there?
Maybe.
You're on. In the meantime, let me see what I can find.
Go for it.
Perhaps Cuervo hands over his agent there to Marcus, and as the night deepens and the rain starts to spill out of the gray clouds like so many electric teardrops, we pan far across Night City to Beaver Town. We pan all the way over to Mr. S.W. Duger's Canapt, where he resides with one Switch. And we're going to change scenes. And speak with them. Let you guys pose in however you would like.
Go ahead, Slit.
Go for it.
Sorry, I was muted. Our downtime activities we were talking about, is that something that's been happening, and what does the role indicate?
Yeah, you can. There's a table in the book.
Yeah, it depends on if you take mine. I thought that they were kind of matched up, and they aren't actually. Like, a 5 is good for me, but really bad for you. So we can just take your role, and maybe we were looking for Maelstrom and didn't find anybody, so we didn't make any money. Because you got, basically yours says, attracted undue attention, had to lay low, 0 eddies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys can roleplay that, and then once you guys meet up with Cuervo and Marcus, we can get caught up with them on what they've been doing over the past week. 7 days have elapsed since since the midnight market.
How many days?
7.
Just 7.
Okay.
So I think they're just walking through the door, and Switch kind of drops the heavy duffel bag down on the ground with a clunk, and walks over to the couch and kind of plops down on it petulantly. Well, that was a week wasted.
Can't win them every time. It'll be alright.
Yeah, I was really hoping to... I don't know. I'm bored. Antsy.
I'm sure there'll be some money-making opportunities before we know it. I'm sure either Militech will come calling, or we'll find something from Lolo or one of the other fixers. We have plenty of money to sit on right now. I know that you get restless sitting about.
She nods and she pulls out her agent and she looks for messages from Marcus. He knows there's a match tonight. And she starts to, type in a message to send to Marcus. Don't forget, Gods of Chrome! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation.
Are you still watching that stuff?
What stuff?
Oh, you didn't say anything, right?
No, but he could have been looking over her shoulder.
So
I mean,
we'll say who. He doesn't want to say fake. The entertainment, the tights and the ropes and
You talking about the wrestlers? The wrestling?
Well, I mean, technically, I suppose they're called wrestlers, but it's not really wrestling, is it?
No, I mean, some of them wrestle, I guess. There's a lot of, chainsaws and microfilament whips and atomic pile drivers and stuff. So, really, it's more like just kind of no-holds-barred bloodbath fighting.
Well, you do realize that some of it might be staged?
No, it's called a ring.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant, I'm glad you like it.
It's amazing. It's my reason for living sometimes.
Oh, well, that's...
And then she looks back down at her agent to see if Marcus has answered, and she types in, Where are you? Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation.
Since we didn't go to La Paris the other day, I could perhaps allocate those funds to buy 2 tickets to your wrestling show.
She suddenly looks up from her phone, like her head rises in slow motion, and she looks over at you. Her mouth kind of drops open a little bit. You're not teasing me, are you?
Oh, no. You could take one of your friends instead of me, perhaps, for this one? Someone who can appreciate it better. Oh, I will certainly go with you, but it's not really my thing. We can have individual interests, that's fine.
She kind of makes a face. I like it better when you're there.
I'm sure he looks to see who you're texting. What is it? What is the name on the outgoing?
Marcus.
Oh, it's. I suppose you could go with Marcus. Just be careful.
What do you mean? Be careful.
Oh,
Not to hurt him. I did kind of. He might have needed a chiropractor after the last time he came over. He told me to show him how to do the atomic pile driver, and I told him that he wasn't ready, but he wouldn't listen.
Well, I really would have wished you wouldn't have broken your bed. I had to replace that. Well, Militech did, but they weren't real happy about it.
She looks a little bit shamefaced. Yeah, I got a little bit into it.
Well, that's okay, but next time, use the floor.
I'll just move the furniture around.
Well, Marcus is tough. You can just use the floor, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he likes it, I think. Like, just getting slammed around. He says that something about the dislocation of his natural posture keeps the signals from having a straight line into his brainstem.
I wouldn't worry too much on what he says. I think most of it's nonsense, but he seems mostly harmless.
Yeah, he's crazier than me, you know. That's why I like him.
No, you're not crazy, Sydney.
And she looks up at him and kind of smiles. I am a little bit.
Well, maybe just a little bit. Maybe we all are.
And she just kind of like scooches closer to him and kind of nudges him with her shoulder. Yeah, maybe we all are.
Alright, well, see if you can get a hold of Marcus about your wrestling show, and I'll work on getting tickets. Will you send me the details of when they are?
Oh, she suddenly feels a vibration on her agent, and she says, Marcus says he's with Cuervo on the bus, and there's something about a job.
Well, you said you were bored.
Yeah, I don't want to miss my show, though.
Well, we can record it.
It's not the same. And she texts Marcus, come over. I guess he can come too, as long as he doesn't make too much noise. And she gets a response, and she smiles. She says, they should be over soon. I don't know what to think about that Cuervo guy.
He's kind of looks off, and you can tell he's getting a call. He's got an internal agent, and it answers, "Please hold for S.W. Duggar." And he...
This is Jimmy Torrent, motherfucker! I'm not going to hold any longer! It just gets him cut off.
Yeah, he looks to see a call. It's this Jimmy Torrent fellow. Hold on, Sydney. And he calls him back.
Hey! S-Dubs! That's a shorter wait than usual.
I would appreciate if you didn't call me and hang up immediately. I was in the middle of something.
I wait for nobody. I got biz to do, chum. But anyhow, you interested in some eddies?
I do like the Eurobucks. What do you have?
Yes, word on the street you've been doing business with Lolo, Jamaican motherfucker. He's gone on the DL, though. I don't know if he's got a new broad or if he's in hiding from those two-tone murdered machine motherfuckers, but I could only get his coked up buddy Cuervo, and I don't trust him with this sort of shit, if you know what I mean, Duger.
Me either. He's quite a reprobate, undoubtedly.
Word on the street is he's clean now, but that might be short-lived, you know. The life is full of temptations. But anyhow.
So what is it you have for me?
Now, you know, it's another job loosely associated with Militech. Your speciality, they want to keep it off the books, just like that job retrieving the missile hardware and soft, you know, the preen stuff.
Yeah, well, you talking about it is definitely a way to keep it on the DL.
His phone is fully encrypted. I'd like to see somebody break it.
Alright, can you please just send me the details or just tell them to me? Her voice is quite grating most times.
Very well. I don't like hearing your voice either, Duggar, so I'll get to the fucking point, asshole. Between you and me, by the way, Militech needs to keep a tighter leash on their fucking access. I'm tired of these sorts of jobs, but anyhow, you ever heard of Big Will Fernie?
No.
You can do Streetwise or anything other, or you just say no.
Yeah, he just says no, even if he does know him.
Big fat motherfucker, but unfortunately he's a goddamn genius, which makes his brain more valuable to Militech than even the most preem hardware, if you know what I mean. But anyhow, sounds like he's kind of gone off the leash, and Militech wants to bring him back into fold, stabilize him a little bit. I don't think we're to full-blown cyber psychosis yet, but well, the rumors I've been hearing is that he's kind of off his fucking rocker. You see, 15 years ago, that motherfucker was involved in the wars down south of the border. He's rich as fuck now, but he's the motherfucker that came up with some of those semi-autonomous weapons. And if you haven't heard of Bill Fernie, well, you might not have heard what the outcome of that whole situation was. He was quietly retired from Militech, still staying on the books on the DL. Unfortunately, one of his weapons had a mind of its own and turned an entire village of women and children down there in Mexico into flesh-colored toothpaste. Disgusting stuff. But anyhow, his mind is beautiful, and so, yeah, Militech wants to keep him on the leash. But every genius has a weakness, you know. His weakness, number one, is fucking butter and heady cream. Number two, this is beautiful broad he fell in love with 10 years ago. He was a relatively attractive man then, and, well, the eddies went a long way. Alpha 2 was a retired hacker, fell in love with her. Word is that they are inseparable. Traveling all over the former United States, all over Night City, eating at the best restaurants, taking in the best entertainment. Anyhow, both of them are tech nerds, so even though he gained the weight, they're a match made in heaven. He's kind of a recluse, so nobody's seen him in many years, but now he's just fucking crazy. He's calling up Militech every half hour looking for his girl. Says somebody kidnapped her at a local restaurant, fucking hoity-toity French place by the name of La Paris. You ever heard of it?
I've heard of it. He says he's like a little disdain to his voice.
Anyhow, I'm sending one William Fernie's address to your agent, and let's get it taken care of. Put together the usual crew. Price is going to be the usual price. $1,000 a piece. That sort of thing. And just make sure that nobody gets killed this time around. Both Fernie and his girl are a package, if you know what I mean. If she goes, he's going to fall off the fucking deep end. And if he goes, Militech loses their prize asset, you know.
I'll hold their hands as good as I can. It's my speciality.
Yeah. Hold the hand. Just don't cut it off, asshole. All right, you got any more questions? If not, I'm going to go. Get myself a corn dog.
Well, I hope you don't stick that corn dog up your ass. And he just hangs up.
On the other line, he just looks at his phone and is like, what? And hangs up.
Yeah, Duggar looks at Switch and rolls his eyes. Oh, looks like we have to babysit a fat man. When are your friends gonna be here?
Let me check. And she texts how close are you? They're on the bus, I think. So
Marcus
Too
fresh
far.
texts back. He says, we are going to get donuts. Do you want some donuts? They're like elephant ears is what Cuervo says. Though I'm not sure. I've never seen one.
as long as it doesn't make you late.
Tell them to hurry up. We have business.
Oh, yeah. Duggar says we have business. What business?
Oh, Militech business. 1,000 eddies each.
Yeah, she'll text back. Militech business, 1,000 eddies each.
And then Marcus like kind of, hey Cuervo, you want to make 1,000 eddies?
I don't know. Does fucking this is my serious face, and then gives him like a dry look. Yes, I want to make money.
Cool, then we need to get those donuts to go.
Fine with me.
SW is holding for us.
Well, it's a good joke. Let's do it. Let's get these to go, and we'll head on over.
Marcus goes into the donut store and he's like, he takes his Ray-Bans off, like he can't believe there can be so many donuts.
All right, what are you guys on? You guys on Kibble or One Step Up?
One
I'm on
step
Kibble.
up. I'm on Genpack.
You're going to have to buy it for Marcus. Since you're buying his, I'm going to charge you 10 extra eddies.
That's fine with me. He buys him some nice, what appears to be donuts, but is sure some sort of, imitation. And yeah, it almost tastes like the real thing, my friend.
This is the real thing. How can this be fake? No.
All right, let's.
Yeah, go ahead.
He gets on the bus and jokes. Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
Duggar's gonna, he is, going to order those tickets. Since I didn't go to La Paris this month, I should be able to do a sporting event. That's what it says for my lifestyle. So he's...
One night out. One big night out a month.
What's that?
One night out a month, baby. It's like my life.
Yeah, it's more than me. So I just need older children, right? One that's 24. And he is going to buy the tickets and send them over to Switch's agent, so she has them. You can say what date they are. It didn't,
Yeah, when the ticket pops into her messages, she opens it up, and she's just like, jumps up in the air and starts shouting, "Gods of Rome!" And, starts kind of dancing around the room. I think maybe by then Marcus and Cuervo have arrived at the...
Yeah, the wrestling match is on February 14th, so that's your date.
Yeah, so just when kind of everything's like happening, in montages. So as you get the tickets, Marcus and Cuervo have gotten off the bus a little while back and they're walking up to the building, get onto the elevator. Cuervo's holding a brown bag which seems extremely greasy. Marcus is kind of just looking around and kind of hiding his face from any of the cameras that are looking at him. He's commenting, "These corpo buildings give me the heebie-jeebies. They're always watching. They will know who I am if I keep doing this, but the wrestling is so good."
Sometimes you gotta indulge a little, my friend. Just like with these donuts and the wrestling.
Do you know of the wrestler called Slippery Nipple?
No. What'd she look like? I don't remember names.
She looks, well, let me think. Fully leather clad, extremely tight,
So far, so good.
big muscles.
Man,
He crushes all her enemies, and he kind of makes this moving of as if somebody's crushing her head. At which point the elevator goes ding, and they're at the level at SW's floor.
She's crushing her head, but their heads between what?
That's where it gets funny and interesting. You wouldn't believe what she crushes their heads with. But I don't want to spoil the surprise. You should watch it yourself. Switch said she will teach me how to do it.
Well, this I can't wait to see.
You know, in net space, when you guys are fighting in meat space, you do not know what happens in net space. I need to be stronger in net space. I need to have better fighting skills.
I don't know why it bothers me when you say meat space. It seems weird.
Because everything is slower in meat space. It's just meat. Meat is slow. Till you have your consciousness zoom across the entire planet, you could do whatever. You can be God out there. That's what I think my memories tell me. I don't know.
My memories tell me no lady has ever said meat space is slower when I'm hanging out with them, so you just remember that.
And Marcus has this extremely confused face. And he just doesn't understand the reference. Like, huh? What can you do in meat space that you can't do in net space? And he's just now mumbling to himself, like it's like you ask a computer a question that it can't solve, and he's just now like he's completely forgotten about wrestling, and he's like, as they walk up to the door, and can you do?
As he's saying that, maybe even, ready to push the buzzer, the door gets flung open and Switch is there just standing in the doorway, and she grabs Marcus around the waist and flings him over her shoulder and runs into the apartment and starts to like spin him around in circles.
Marcus goes, "Wee, what move is this? I should try this."
I don't know. She eventually just kind of flings him onto a sofa, and she says, "I've got tickets to Gods of Chrome."
And Marcus does like, the Home Alone face where he kind of smashes his palms against his cheek. What? I didn't know there were tickets. How do you get tickets to this thing?
I don't know. You just have a really nice friend, like Esteb. And she looks over at him.
He's sitting in
She
his
said that
desk.
I could take you.
Yeah, he's smoking a cigar at his desk with a glass of scotch. Yeah.
How many tickets do you have, Switch?
I don't know. I didn't look that close. She looks over at Esteb. How many did you buy? 3?
There's 2.
Wait. But she looks confused.
It's for you two, the lovers of the wrestling stuff.
She shrugs. Well, if you really don't want to go,
It's all I
I guess I
could
don't want
get.
you to be bored.
That's all I could get. I'm sure I'll be busy that day. He's thinking in his head he's gonna go to the Gentleman's Delight for some fish bowls.
Oh, anyway, you said something about a job. Oh, hey, Cuervo, she says, just kind of absently, and shuts the door.
He's kind of like stares at her like, my God, what is wrong with this woman? Hey there, Switch.
Cuervo, I got a call from Jimmy Torrent. He's the one who gave me the job. Said he called you and he doesn't trust you because your reputation is that you're a coke fiend.
Well,
Hey, Cuervo, see, I told you I'd find out where the job is.
that's how good you are.
That's how good we are. And Marcus is jumping up and down the couch. Gods of Chrome! Gods of Chrome! And he starts running back and forth, across the walls, like as if he's, practicing, getting off the ropes. Gods of Chrome! Gods of Chrome!
As those two are like just screaming and acting like raging psychopaths, he kind of looks at SW. He's like, You think I'm the one with a problem?
Well, everyone knows Marcus has a problem. That doesn't count.
Well, we all know I'm clean and sober.
For now.
Yeah. I can't really disagree with that. I got partied a little too hard.
Regardless, that's, how long does this wrestling shenanigans usually take? About 10 minutes?
As you're saying that, Marcus and Switch are already like wrestling, and she's got him in a headlock, and he's like mumbling, "Oh, okay, move it a little to the left. I think I understand what you're trying to do now."
Yeah, and you hear a little, like, audible crack.
Yes, I don't hear it anymore.
Can you move your fingers?
And he kind of twitched. Yes, I can move my fingers. I can still move in net space. That's all I need. I just need my fingers and my brain. Everything else is useless.
I'm not pushing you around in a wheelchair. We have a job to do, so please don't hurt him, Sydney.
I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for the fact that I was watching what they were doing instead of just listening, it'd be a very different image in my head right now.
Yeah, S-Dub, like, does the, the hand over the face, like, oh.
So, I think, she says, yeah, it's just 30 minutes. And she turns on the TV, and, Proper Rogering, the MC, is already, like, introducing Sandy Ravage and, Alice in Wonderhand.
Tell me these names, I'm writing this stuff down here.
Sandy Ravage, she's, like, on the nice guy team. And Alice in Wonderhand, she's a heel.
Face and a heel.
And, Proper Rogering is the MC, although sometimes like, he gets dragged into the ring. He like wears like a bowler cap and a bow tie and has a British accent, but a bad one.
If it's Cockney, I can do it. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
awesome.
she's just like, yeah. So you talk to Cuervo about the mission, and I'll be ready in half an hour. I mean, 30 minutes isn't going to make a difference. My guns are still packed, and she just points toward the duffel bag.
Sure, that's fine. He waves Cuervo over. He's like, do you want a sniff of scotch?
Yeah, I'm gonna need something to drown out those two, and kind of jerks his head over that way.
I think we agree with each other for once, he says kind of under his breath, and takes a little snifter glass and pours some scotch out for Cuervo and pushes it over and sits down at his desk. There's chairs on the other side too. He sits down and says, well, it looks like we have quite an interesting mission ahead of us. Militech wants us to, I guess, find a missing person. There's a fat man, I can't even remember his name at the moment, that they have some interest in, and his wife or girlfriend, whatever, is missing, and I believe it has sent him a bit off the rocker. He's close to cyberpsychosis. We're supposed to bring them both in alive. That point being important, I suppose.
So, fetch and carry, what kind of opposition are we expecting?
Don't know. Don't know where she is. We'll probably have to talk him down and convince him we are trying to help him. Leave that to me. But if she really is kidnapped, who knows? It could be that she just ran away because he's a fat fuck and she hates him. I mean, who knows?
I mean, who would be attracted to someone so disgusting?
Well, I heard he puts Mr. Stud to shame.
Okay, and you heard this why?
I don't know, apparently it's important.
Huh. Well, is he rich? That might explain something.
Yes, he is. Rich.
Okay.
Not handsome, but rich, for sure. He was at La Paris, I suppose. He kind of looks and takes a drink of his scotch, unfortunately. So I have his address, and whenever they're done, he looks back over at them.
Marcus is on the ground, lying on his stomach. His chin is in his hands, and his feet are like curled up and swinging around. And he's like moving his head as the fight is going on, like trying to keep up with them.
Yeah, Switch is like leaning forward, sitting cross-legged, biting her lip, completely absorbed.
As those two are watching, he kind of looks at Switch and then looks over to SW, goes, huh, an older rich man with eye candy. Ooh, what a world. Talking about this fat fucking his woman, of course, not you two.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, I've never been called rich before. I mean, maybe compared to you.
I mean, this tastes real, as he takes another sip of scotch, so you gotta have something.
Well, it's nice when you're in the pockets of Militech. Deep in the pockets of Militech.
I mean, you're deep in Beaverville. I mean, that has a way different meaning from where I come from, but seems like you got it made.
For now, until I make a false move and Militech doesn't want anything to do with me anymore, and I have no business with other corporations, I would just be where you are. It's simple circumstance and luck and hard work. And aptitude, of course.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Militech will dump you the second you're no longer valuable to them, just like they did me.
That is true. There's no doubt about that. Don't worry, I have a plan. I always have a plan.
Well, as long as that plan's helping me get some money here in the immediate future, I'm all about it.
Well, as long as you're not doing blow off someone's cock and putting us in trouble wherever we go.
What the fuck did you hear about me?
I don't know, that's what Lolo said you did to him.
What? You're full of fucking shit, man. Lolo would say that.
He smiles and takes a drag of his cigar.
He sees that he's being fucked with, and he's like, he smiles begrudgingly. He's like, you dirty motherfucker, touche.
I was just seeing if you would give up the truth that you did. Then I would have something on you.
I mean, I did some women I'm not very proud of in some places I wouldn't rather talk about, but... Man, I ain't fucking sucking dick for coke, Jesus Christ.
Oh, speaking of, well, not that exactly. I got Sydney and Marcus tickets to the wrestling show in a couple weeks. I was wondering if you wanted to head down to the Gentleman's Delight for little fish bowls.
I mean, you go until you're fucking blue in the face. I mean, I'll be there for some other stuff, but...
Yes, that's fine. I'll be going for the fish bowls, but, yeah.
A man of refined tastes. I mean, you gotta be refined taste to fucking inhale that. Sitting in the back of your throat all night? Ugh.
Oh, it's a wonderful experience. It mixes with the scotch just so. It's a unique taste, but I would suggest it at least once in your life. It's refined, I understand.
Bullshit! This is bullshit!
Looks over. Sydney!
Switch jumps up. How did he not see that? Is he blind? The Blundermaker just threw a fucking rubber duck in the ring and tripped Sandy. Bullshit! She's shouting at the TV.
Sydney, keep it down.
He kind of sets his glass down, no longer wanting anything to drink after he gets done with his long talk about tasting farts, and he's like, where did you dig her up?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? What am I, fucking speaking foreign to you?
He kind of... he was kind of cordial and affable before, but he kind of like gets a bit. It's almost like defensive. Oh, found her on the streets long ago.
Hey, that's all you want to tell me. That's fine. Just kind of an odd pairing. I mean, no judgment here. I mean, I fucking live with Lolo, and that guy's fucking weird. But
Maelstrom problems, as you can see. He kind of like nods towards her. There's probably a lot of like empty, like where it's obvious Chrome used to be that's been uninstalled. I don't have any love for Maelstrom, that's for sure. And found her captured by them and got her out. She's been with me ever since. It's been 10 years or more.
Cuervo kind of thinks back to something he saw down at the market and thinks timeline-wise, and well, it's mighty noble to you, and tips his head to him, and it's nice of you to take her in and raise her, I suppose. See that she doesn't end up on the street as some like cheap trick, fucking doing synth coke off cocks for fucking a couple eddies.
The life of a joy toy is not a good one. Well, I wouldn't say it's, sure. I figure that I can do some good. We do this for others too, honestly. But you do a little good and you can hopefully forget about all the shit that you do. It's the only way to get by unless you're a total fucking prick. Try to have something good.
You save one so you don't feel bad when you have the next one fart into a fishbowl for you, huh?
Look out behind you! You look out, look out! And now Marcus starts screaming at the TV.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
He just shrugs. I guess. Or blow their heads off after you've made a deal with them.
Cuervo doesn't even turn around as she's screaming yes, just he kind of winces. Well, I suppose when this is over, we'll get down to business then.
Yeah, I'll call up my driver and Preston, and just in case we need some backup.
That's fair. And he kind of, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go use your bathroom here real quick. Been on a long bus ride. And then he kind of stops as he's getting up, and not to go fucking snort coke, by the way, just so you know, just to clear that up.
We'll see when you come out if you act like a complete maniac.
Switch is screaming at the TV.
Yeah. When is this over?
Yes! She did. I knew she'd come back. That Allison has nothing on Sandy. Switch looks over at Marcus and holds her hand up for a high five.
Marcus also high-five Switch without looking. Yes, 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 yes!
A couple minutes later, you just kind of hear the proper Rogering, closing out the match, declaring Sandy ravaged the winner, and then suddenly it's oddly quiet as Switch, turns off the holo.
Was it a good...
That was so good. That was so good. I learned so much.
Oh, yeah, it's over. I'm ready to kick some ass now.
I think Cuervo's in the bathroom doing coke, so let's wait until he comes back.
You let him use our bathroom?
Well, I didn't want him to piss on the floor. We have multiple. You can go to the other one.
As long as he's not in mine.
Well, of course he is.
She goes and bangs on the door.
Sydney. Let him be.
There better not be a mess in there.
I'll have the cleaners come tomorrow early and make sure it's all tidy for you.
Okay. And she suddenly her demeanor kind of switches. She looks over at Marcus and just kind of smiles, and she seems to like calm down a notch or two. And the indicator lights on her arm kind of go down from the red scale down to the green, and she sits on the couch and says, "So what are we doing?"
Ah, yes. There's a Big Will Fernie, I believe is his name. He's on the Militech payroll. And he's married to a woman. He looks at his notes. Alpha 2, a netrunner. And she has gone missing. So our job is to find her, bring her in alive, and make sure that Mr. Will Fernie doesn't do anything rash.
Huh. Well, guess what? I know what we're doing for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And it sounds like maybe we need to take a 5-minute bio.
Yeah.
Yep, sure, sounds good. Be back in just a second.
Holy shit, that was a long pee. My mom wanted me to call her, and I was like, what do you want? She's like, what happened to Ben? And I had forgotten that I had sent her a picture of Ben with a black eye and Clay. And I told her one of the kids at school did it, which is not true. He was playing with his brother in the basement and jumping off the couch, and one landed on the other. But I just was like, hey, look at what this naughty girl did to Ben at school. So she was all mad.
How dare she touch my grandson?
Yeah. She volunteers there. She's like, well, yeah, that one, I won't say her name, but she's like, yeah, she's super naughty and out of control anyway. I'm like, yeah, I'm just messing with you. I had Ben pick out the naughty girl in class on the photo and then said it was her.
Back. Everybody back, or is Walter
I'm
still
here.
on the phone?
Yeah,
I'm done.
3 of us are at least.
I'm back.
I just got done taking the world's longest piss.
Yep.
As long as it was just piss and you didn't miss.
You got fucking servants to take care of that.
He's all over the wall. Writes his name.
The mad
Cuervo is
shitter.
here.
The mad shitter.
Yeah, the mad shitter.
Are you going to Big Willie's Connect?
Yeah, that's where we're gonna go. Is Cypher back? I'd probably have Marcus start trying to figure out if he's can find anything on the net about her.
Yeah, has he
Yeah,
heard
there-
of her?
Yeah, there's a data pool that he could look into.
I mean, maybe he's encountered her even in net space.
We have her name, or whatever they call her, Alpha 2, right? So if she goes by that handle, maybe we can find her. If you can do some fancy, like, get a geo-track on her or something, we can just go straight there and not even worry about dealing with the fat guy. C might be a detriment, I don't know.
Back.
Cool. I was saying, before we leave, okay, let's just roleplay it. So, SW goes over to Marcus and he's like, did you have a fun time watching, my Hollow?
Yes. Did you not see the match? What were you doing?
Oh,
Why
I
didn't
was
you watch the
talking,
match
I was
before?
talking to Cuervo.
Oh,
Regardless, let's talk about our job. We need to find someone. A hacker, just like you. A netrunner. You up for the challenge?
sure. But there is no netrunner like me.
Ah, we'll see about that. We'll see if she's better than you.
Better maybe, but not like me. There is no one like me.
So
That's
what
why
your
they
mother
hunt
said
me,
to
you
you know?
No, that's why they hunt me. That's why they try to find me.
Okay, let's
Don't
not
worry, I
talk
won't let
about
him
this.
get you.
Let's not talk about this right now. Let's just stick to the job. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so...
But he's the one who... And he mumbles under his breath, but he's the one who started this conversation.
But, listen to me, what I'm going to say. Her name, she goes by Alpha 2. Can you see if you can, find out anything you know about her? Maybe where her whereabouts is? That's what we need to find. We need to find her.
Okay. And kind of Marcus looks around. We might have to go to the street for it. See if we can, see her last location. Is she missing? Right? She's missing? I don't know. I was not paying attention. I
She
was
is
watching
missing, yes.
Where is she missing?
Everybody does have access to the data pool. The data pool is like the internet, but it's very limited. Like public knowledge is on there, stuff like that. So you can find things on there, general information. That's one area you can look, but you can also, do more sleuthing if you want. But
If she was taken, as you say, from where was she taken again?
She was at La Paris and disappeared.
That means we should go to La Paris. They might be the ones that watch us on the streets. Maybe I can watch them through the eyes that watch me. He's obviously talking about the security cameras, but Marcus is being Marcus.
Fine. We'll go there first and see if we can find anything. Fair enough?
You got it, boss. And thank you for the tickets, by the way.
Yes.
gonna be so much fun.
Yes, I want to talk to you about that. You're not to do anything stupid or let Sydney do anything stupid, okay? You're there to watch the match, and then you make sure she comes right back here.
Okay, yeah. But we might stop for corn dogs and elephant ears.
Fine.
And could you define what would be stupid to do? And Marcus has a genuine look of confusion on his face.
He's like,
All this is new interaction for him.
yeah, he just shakes his head. Don't get in any trouble.
Me? No. Trouble. That's what I keep trying to explain to people. Trouble finds me. Trouble is hunting me. But I will keep Switch safe. I will not let my trouble come to her.
Fine. Very well. Let's get going. He has his agent ping the driver and figure out if he's outside yet.
Yeah, Switch comes over. She's zipping up her armor and has her combat boots back on and completely uninterested in like any particulars of the situation. We all ready?
I believe so.
Oh, you're not wearing your dress?
That would not be appropriate. She looks at him. It would
Yes.
draw attention.
That is for when we go to dinner. This is a mission.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to explain to him.
Cuervo's just like suppressing a smile, like, oh, my mistake. I thought I was combat attire to keep you nimble and dodging all those bullets.
Oh, I can do that plenty good in this. She's kind of like demonstrating some kicks and takedowns.
Do you guys all want to give me a wardrobe and style roll with a DV of 12?
That's a roll.
Okay. What does that go under?
Wardrobe and
Social?
style. It's under social, yeah.
Wardrobe and style.
Yeah, boy.
I have good wardrobe and style.
Not us, bus
Well,
riders.
Well, I mean, I have the.
Not me.
I mean, I don't have any levels in it, but let's see.
Sydney just sticks
Oh,
to black.
So, Sydney, you're the only one that
She just makes it look good.
this place is really nice, super exclusive. You were thinking about the dress and thinking about it, what you've seen on the data pool and the tube. They only let the people in that look the part.
Oh yeah, we're going to La Paris. She says, so I guess I should wear that dress, huh?
Sure.
Give me a minute. And she goes in there and comes back out with it a couple minutes later. Kind of straightening it as she's coming out of the room. But she like has the armor jack and she kind of flings it over her shoulder so that she's bringing it.
Meanwhile, Duggar with that roll is wearing Bermuda shorts and
Yeah.
a Hawaiian t-shirt.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, exactly.
He doesn't realize he's got a huge mustard
Right.
stain down the front. It's
Meanwhile,
Duggar has business wear, so that's fine. And what was that dress? Do you remember what it was? Was it like
it was a slinky side slit
no, there's a term for the style though.
bodycon.
It's isn't it? Oh man, what's it called?
I'm just gonna Google for no reason slutty bodycon side slit, and we'll just figure this
No,
out together.
I'm just trying because there are levels of clothing.
Yeah, I actually paid money
Cocktail
Eddie for
dress.
it.
Just high fashion.
Yeah.
Oh, in game terms.
Yeah, high fashion. So, And you can drag over a high fashion outfit if you want.
From the compendium, yeah.
Yeah, because you could afford that, right? I believe.
Yeah, I think I actually paid real eddies for it. Like,
Did you? Yeah. So you can, if you want to drag over, high fashion, everything, jacket, jewelry, all that stuff. So.
Okay. I'll drag it over.
And that's when SW's agent rings.
Yeah, he picks it up. This is SW?
Hey, boss. Your driver's there. We're down below.
All right,
You want me
Preston.
to circle the block or hold out?
Oh, we'll be down in a moment. I have 3 other people with me. Switch and Marcus and Cuervo. Going to be a little bit of tight squeeze.
A little bit of a tight squeeze. Ain't no problem, though, between you and Switch, am I right?
I'll be down in a moment. He hangs up. And he will head out the door.
Marcus heads out as well, but again, now that he's outside of the apartment, he's hiding his face and walking weirdly all the way down to the car.
Switch walks down to the car in her dress, which she shows no self-consciousness in wearing at all now. She's decided that it makes her look sophisticated, so. But she does have that black duffel bag slung over one shoulder and the light armor jack flung over the other, and she tosses it into the car before sliding in.
Cuervo gets in, kind of a odd, compared to Switch. He's in his, stereotypical, pocketed military style jacket, the, gray combat pants and boots, and has his own Ray-Bans that he puts on to make Blazek feels like he belongs to the anti-mind control group.
What was that guy's name again?
It was Preston. Preston Briggs.
There he is. Preston Briggs. There we are. All right. I'm going to make you guys listen to my commercial. So as the commercial plays, somebody role play what it looks like as you guys are driving to this place.
As I get in, no one is sitting on my fucking lap this time.
The finest dining
Well,
experience
technically,
in Night
no
City.
one. I mean, most likely no
It's a
one.
fusion of French and Japanese cuisine.
I think we have enough room.
Sit.
To satisfy the most
Yeah, Sydney's like,
Each
you want someone to sit on your lap?
freshest and highest quality
She just looks like
ingredients,
confused.
carefully
Not
selected
you,
from the
Sydney.
markets of Night City.
Oh, I
At
wasn't
La
going
Paris,
to.
We pride ourselves on our
I'm wearing a dress. I don't want to get it dirty. She kind of pulls it down over her legs a little bit. It's a bit of a futile effort.
Yes.
For information, I probably washed these clothes within the last week.
Probably. Maybe
You hang them up, they air out, good as new. There's many subtle layers to dirty.
I was going to say perhaps you should give me some of your share of the eddies, and I'll have them laundered for you at our building.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
When you meet a nice girl and she won't go on a date with you because you smell like horse shit, don't blame me.
Get out of here. Why settle for second?
This commercial really makes me think this place is next month we'll go, Sydney. Where we can eat.
Cheap. Yeah, she smiles happily. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I was really looking forward to it.
Yes, so was I. So was I. Well,
I think somebody said you had to have your pinky in the air whenever you drink from a glass or eat with utensils, like a fancy person. Kind of laughs at Blazing.
She kind of practices putting her pinky in the air.
Sometimes you do, or you should, have your pinky in the air. There's 2 forks and 1 knife. And then there's knives for the butter, and then there's knives for the steaks.
Ooh.
There's salad forks.
Salad forks.
They're smaller. You can.
What's next? A spoon for soup? Now you're talking crazy.
Anybody who would probably, none of you guys probably would pick it up, but this is, he really doesn't know. You know, it's like something he studied before he was gonna go to La Prairie.
Give me another style,
Right.
another style roll. Then. Give me another style roll.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Style. Oh man. Wardrobe and style.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 16's actually pretty good. Yes, you tell her all the right information. You've probably gone through some business dinners, right?
Yeah, probably.
She's just kind of repeating everything you say, as if trying to very, very hard to memorize it.
When you have a glass of wine, don't grab the cup of the wine. You want to grab the stem.
The stem, like a plant?
No. You see, it's a tall glass with a kind of like a bit of a, I don't know how to say it. A length of glass that's narrow. There's a base, and then there's a like a rope almost of glass, and that connects to the cup. You grab it there. And then when you get a glass of wine, you take it next to your nose and swirl it about and sniff it and say, "Oh, that's very aromatic." Don't worry about what it means.
Panic just starts crossing her face. How about I'll just do what you do?
Sure. Yeah, well, usually, you see, the women drink the wine and the men drink the whiskey.
That's not fair.
Yes, it's very misogynistic, I agree.
I'm not supposed to drink whiskey anyway, I guess.
Well, you're leaving out the most important part, SW. When you want the waiter's attention, you put your hand up in the air like this, and he gives the shocker symbol.
No. Yeah, that's not correct. You say garçon. This is a French restaurant, so you say garçon. That means, I believe it means boy. And they come, and they will bring you fresh breads and cheeses, and oh, it's quite wonderful. I've been looking over the menu for weeks. Yes, anyway, we'll go in. I don't think it has to be all that fancy this time. We're not going to eat, unfortunately. We don't have time. Well, maybe we could make time, but you two have to stay outside.
Yeah. But if someone's eating snails, I might throw up.
Oh, escargot is wonderful. Wonderful. You put it on a cracker, and you have the snail cooked in butter.
She just makes kind of a disgusted face.
It kind of, well, it has the consistency if you had a cold and you accidentally swallowed your snot, but it tastes wonderful.
She looks at him like he's crazy, but says, I guess I'll try anything once.
Oh, that's a good girl. And then there's oysters. They say it's an aphrodisiac. I can't wait to eat here. Maybe they'll let us have a little hors d'oeuvres.
Why would they serve something you're allergic to?
Oh, I'm not allergic to oysters.
You said it was an
aphrodisiac. My dear. We'll talk about that later. Don't worry about that. That's just what they say. I haven't been researching it or anything.
She shrugs. Weird.
Cuervo pops his head up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
10 years ago, it was just food 6, day in and day out. That was if I behaved myself. Look at me now.
I know. You've always had that inner and outer beauty. You just need to express it to the world. She
She just kind of looks out the window and shakes her head as if He's said this many times and she still doesn't believe him, but she's just not going to say anything.
Yeah, SW is like fidgety and like very. You can tell he's very excited that you're actually going to La Paris for whatever reason. He doesn't care. He's just. It's like, oh, can you speed up a bit? Sorry.
Yeah, Preston, he speeds up, but then he like stops short. And you look out, and you look to your right, and here's what you see. You see this building, this giant mono facade of this very Art Deco building. It says La Paris on the front. There is a very distinguished appearing gentleman who may or may not be the maitre d', kind of at the door checking folks in, and is saying, I bid you adieu to the patrons that leave. It's about midnight, and midnight is relatively early in Night City, but still it's too late for dinner, so the after dinner crowd is filtering out. Their bellies are full of wine and fresh bread and tasty food, and everybody is in just a lovely mood. You hear the quiet chatter as folks filter out of La Paris. All of them are in business wear or high fashion. You see glittering gems and all the most expensive tailors and most expensive fashion designers. You see windows kind of in the first and second floor as well. And there's this pretty good amount of business inside still. A lot of folks still at the bar, drinking, making merry, that sort of thing. And you hear a kind of a more kind of a kitschy French song that's playing on a loop, both outside on the street and wafting from inside.
Yeah, Duggar is looking upon this, and you could swear there's almost a tear in his eyes, so happy. And he says, oh, this is wonderful. This is everything I thought it could be, and we're just outside.
Switch does not get it, but she can see he's happy, so she'll kind of reach out and squeeze his hand. And then she turns to Marcus as she's kind of looking all around. Is one of those node thingies around here? You do not want to go inside people who are eating snails.
And Marcus kind of this whole time while this entire conversation has been going on, Marcus has been sitting, kind of like leaned forward in the seat of the car and just looking back and forth between all these people talking. He has zero clue about anything that's been discussed. Right? He doesn't know what a fork is, doesn't know what a spoon is, let alone like a stem. Like he's just used to eating food with his hand from a bowl that looks like that holds kibble. And the moment he steps out of the car, he kind of looks around and immediately cowers because it is so fancy and no, I don't want to go in. Do you know what they... I think this is one of those places. Remember I was telling you about those liver pirates? Pirates?
Pate.
Oh,
yeah.
There is definitely pate.
I think they do serve that here.
Oh, there is. There is definitely liver pate. Do you know what pate is, Marcus?
I don't know.
You see, you grind the liver until it's a paste, and then you take the paste and you put it on some bread. Oh, it's wonderful. I'm sure it's wonderful.
Well, I've made pate before, but I never ate it.
I make pate as well. I take my kibble and I put some water in it.
That is not pate! Stop it!
Marcus's face just like falls into a glum face. Oh, okay.
But anyway, a node thingy.
Yes, node. That I know. I'm not gonna go in there. I don't want to go in there. I don't want them to eat me or see me.
Okay.
Fine. Stay in the car. See if what you can find out. Cuervo, you aren't going to be allowed inside. You stink too bad. Stay out here and watch Marcus.
Yeah, I guess I won't be eating the snot or whatever you were talking about earlier. That's a shame.
I said it has the consistency of snot, but it tastes very good. It's called an oyster.
Yeah, besides, okay. I think I saw you picking your nose earlier, so...
Oh, then I know
you
what
already had your share.
By the way, he's kind of like annoyed. He's like, oh, by the way, aphrodisiacs, it makes you want to fuck. So why is Duggar wanting you to eat that? Anyway, I'll be out here with all the real people, not you snooty fucks. He's all huffy.
He blinks. Oh, I just said it's just a fact, Cuervo. I didn't even say she needed to eat them.
Like, picking your nose is a fact.
Yeah, booger picker. Snot licker. He opens the door. He's mad that he outed him.
Real heart coming from a guy who fucking eats farts for a living.
I wished I got paid for that.
It's like, come on, Marcus, we don't need those snooty motherfuckers.
Yeah, he would.
And Marcus is just like looking around, and when they step out of the car, he turns to Cuervo. What did he mean by a misogynistic? Why would he need a massage?
I don't know. He wants a gymnast that gives massages. Do I look like I understand the inner workings of a smart a smart fart eater?
Oh,
Smarty
God.
farty.
Oh.
It is very confusing, Cuervo. I do not know what to make of SW, the boss man.
All you need to know is he gets us money and he gets us work. And so far it's been pretty good.
Yes, I will focus on that. I was completely lost in that entire conversation. What is a stem?
I don't know. Are we talking plants? I was half asleep.
I wish I could go eat corn dogs. And
Yes.
then Marcus starts looking around for a node.
The food of champions. They can eat their snails and their like fucking shit they find on the bottom of whatever seas are left. We'll have ourselves some corn dogs. Man's food. I just happen to eat it with a knife. There's nothing weird about that.
It is so healthy. I did the research.
Yeah, they don't want you to know how good it is for you.
So I
Marcus.
think they're still talking, and we've entered into the restaurant past the maitre d' at the front, or at least tried to.
Yeah, we'll play that. Marcus, give me a scan. Good enough. It's 8. Yep. So 2 access points. Unfortunately, they're both inside. There's one. Yeah, both of them are inside. Unfortunately, so.
Well, I don't know what Mark is doing, but SW kind of.
Oh, sorry. I was
Oh,
on
okay.
He's
mute.
muted.
yeah.
He's muted.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Marcus is just
He's
going to
sniffing
look
farts.
Cuervo and say, the access points are inside. I can't see. I won't be able to see anything. So I guess we just wait here for them.
Or we can go in the back with the help, maybe, huh? Of course, pretty much going to be impossible to sneak in there. It's not like either of us know shit about fancy food.
Just told you everything you need
That
to
is
know.
true. We could try. We could just try. Just maybe walk up to the back and say, hello, can we enter from the back?
I mean, usually whenever I say that, I don't get much luck, but
Just politely ask.
yeah, I mean, maybe I'll tell them
Hey,
it's my
sweetie, would you mind
birthday.
if I... Hey, sweetie, would you mind?
Yeah, I'll just tell them it's my birthday. We shouldn't have a problem then. So, yeah, why don't we go in the back and see what happens?
Very well.
You circle around the back and you see like people leaving and like the streets full of folks just having fun. Very nice part of town. Very, very safe here. You don't even hear a gunshot. No body lotto here. And Switch and Duger walk up with their high fashion and their business wear. And Maurice Faget says, "Oh, welcome to La Paris. Ah, you are in luck. yourself and your lady make such a fetching couple. We are typically booked out a month in advance, but alas, a late night special. After midnight, we often do have high top tables for two.
Oh, that would be wonderful, he says. He almost forgets about the entire mission, honestly. He just says, that would be quite splendid. I had reservations last week, but important corporation business pulled me away. So I really appreciate the invite for Sydney and myself here.
Of course. And what corporation, may I ask?
Oh, I'm a Militech man.
Oh, of course. Monsieur, please follow me this way.
Thank you very much. Come, my dear.
And who are you wearing this night, my lady?
What?
Oh, he wants to know who the designer is, I believe.
Ooh. She blinks.
Oh, it's Madame
And she says-
Chaffois.
I think it's a
Madame
little obvious.
Chef Wall.
Yeah.
Is that real?
No, it's not. I have no fucking idea.
Give me a fashion. Give me a
Okay.
style.
Okay.
Give me a style again.
Madame Chaffois.
12. DV12.
Alright. Yes.
Oh! Yeah, so that is a little known designer on the streets, but the people in the know, it's like the thing, right? You know, it's like always not the most expensive thing, but it's the trendy thing that only like I'm trying to think of a trend. Yeah,
Fashion
yeah.
hipsters.
Like the real high fashion people every once in a while they go for the low stuff. And that's Madame Chauffeur, I have seen a few of her dresses in here over this past weekend. You, my dear, have an eye for high fashion.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, follow me. Just upstairs on the first floor.
Yeah, Duggar is rubbing his hands together. He's just so excited. Isn't this great?
So the maitre d', so Maurice brings you in. Hopefully you guys should be able to see everybody's tokens up on the first floor. All around you, most of the dinner has been served, but most people are drinking martinis and other cocktails. And Maurice has you sit down. Of course, the table is exquisitely adorned, very tastefully, simply but tastefully. There are menus out on the table made of like this translucent, flimsy stuff that as you pick it up, there are no pictures on it, but there's art that kind of sprouts into the air, makes a hologram. It's just very delightful to the eye. After all, there's no pictures of food. Any restaurants that have pictures of food is either an Applebee's or an O'Charlie's and has no place in fine dining. All the
Written in
prices.
French.
Yes, quite expensive, quite in French, but from what you can make of it, it looks good.
Yeah, Duggar's having his agent translate the French for him. He's like, oh, this is, and he goes and tells her, this is duck parfait or whatever, confit, and it's like,
Duck coffee. Oh, that stuff's good.
yeah, he's giving her all the like, oh, if you did this is this with this, and he's like, oh, get whatever you want, we'll buy a bunch and we'll eat some of all. He's completely, absolutely, 100% forgotten why he's there.
She's looking around uncomfortably. She's not the best reader to start with, and she definitely can't read French. Just give me something that's too weird.
Not too weird or quite weird?
Not too weird.
Get her squall, please.
A what? Squall? What is that?
Squall. I did not know, but I went to a place like this in San Diego. It's a pigeon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I've had that before.
Yeah, that's, I mean, probably tastes like chicken, right? It's,
I don't know. I didn't fucking order the squall.
he gets her something like, let's see, what would be a good French dish? He thinks about it for a second, and he's like, I know what you'll like. He gets, like, so when he orders, he gets oysters, he gets everything. If I have to pay Eddie's for it, I will pay Eddie's for it. He buys a whole bunch of shit, way more than he can eat, and like snails, oysters, duck confit, like all kinds of. But he gets her some sort of French dessert. Let's see.
Restaurant meal, excellent.
Yeah.
Let's do 50 on top of what you would do. So you have like everything.
Yeah.
Wine, all of it.
Creme brulee is probably
Bottle
the
service.
Yeah,
dessert.
that makes sense. He gets and
I'm
she
not
can
really
eat. He gets like normal chicken type dishes too, and stuff. But but yeah, he makes sure that she definitely gets like the best desserts.
She likes the desserts, but she tastes everything very hesitantly, as if it might, like when you're trying to get your kid to try something new and they act like you might be trying to poison them. But she does her best, and she looks around at other people and at him and tries to like use the same utensil or hold things in the same way.
Yeah, he's like stuffing the stuff in his face, like the escargot. You see like the little like slimy booger thing on the cracker. He eats it, and then the oysters. He takes the shell and like sucks it. I don't know if they put lemon on at a
I don't know.
I don't think
not
so.
high class.
Yeah, he just.
She looks suspiciously at him as he's eating the oyster. Are you planning to fuck somebody?
What? What? He looks very confused. I don't think so. Why?
It's what Cuervo said. Never mind, he's an idiot.
Why would you listen to Cuervo? That's your first mistake, my dear. Here, have one. And he kind of passes over the oyster. He's like, there's a little piece of meat in there, and you need to suck it into your mouth and then swallow it.
She looks at him like she just makes her show her how to do it again, and then she'll.
Yeah,
then
he
she'll
uses
do
his
it.
tongue, to kind of like pull it off the shell, and
Yeah, she does it. It's not too gross.
As they make their order, the aperitifs come out. Maurice, serving them, looks upon them with disgust, but their money spent. So, otherwise, out on the street, Marcus and Cuervo are left with the people that are drunk and leaving. And like, there's advertisements on the street
Do you love tasty
that they hear.
burgers? Do you love cheese?
And they can smell burgers wafting from down the street. And all the drunk people leaving Paris go where the real food is at. They go to Big Kahuna Burger down the street. But of course, Cuervo and Marcus are trying to find their way in the back part of this fine restaurant. And so they're outside milling around trying to find a way in. They'll take it away.
I mean, the food and the help has got to come in from the back, right? I mean, they wouldn't let them go through the same doors as all these fancy motherfuckers, right?
I do not know. I have never been to a place like this.
Okay, I guess let's go around to the back and
we're the worst gangsters ever.
see if we can sneak in and get you to an access point. There's got to be one in the back, right? Let's go see if there's some sort of entrance or bringing in food for the next day, something.
Yes, maybe we can just look closely. There might be a door that's hidden. Isn't that how these places work?
Sure, I would think there's more just a service entry in the back, but let's go take a look. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
So yeah, they're gonna go in the back, kind of just snoop around, look for somewhere that they could possibly go through.
So you go around the back, and as you expected, like there's a back alley back there, and this is like where the bus boys hang out, and maybe the sous chefs and stuff like that, right? And there's a male and a female back there, and they are dressed like they have a white outfit on, kind of messy from food in the front. Both of them are smoking cigarettes, and the guy's like, "Yeah, man, fucking Maurice, man, that motherfucker's got his head up his own ass so far he can see his goddamn eyeballs." You know, shit, Johnny, but I tell you what, man, he makes a fine. They kind of look at Marcus heading their way. Hey, blokes! Entrance is in front. Employees only back here.
Oh, we ain't going in. We're
all out of fucking drugs, man.
We're one of you. We're the downtrodden, just working for the man. All those fancy motherfuckers in there, that's what we are. We're just the paid
Johnny?
help.
What's the girl's name? Give me a name.
Gwen.
Gwen?
Yep.
Johnny and Gwen. So Johnny and Gwen are back there kind of smoking their cigarettes, and Johnny puts it out beneath his shoe. It's a high quality shoe, but a little bit scuffed up type of deal. He has a chef's hat on and kind of straightens it. Downtrodden my ass. I saw you get out of the car with that fancy motherfucker up there. Him and his girl. You motherfuckers are servants. Just like me and my bitch Gwen here. Gwen's like, touche. Listen to Johnny. Get your little dweeby ass and skittle on down the street to maybe Big Kahuna Burger. Yeah.
Wow. We're working. That don't mean we're gonna just fucking mill about like idiots.
Working? What do you mean you're working? We're working.
Working
we
my
on
ass. Look
break.
at you motherfuckers sitting there doing shit.
Doing shit? Don't you know me? Johnny Misley, best sous chef this side of town? La Paris paying me double to work tonight.
Yeah, looks like you're earning every penny.
Mr. Johnny, if you are the sous chef, then maybe you could help me. Is it true that the liver for the pate, which is, I believe, a mush of a liver, does it come from over there? And he kind of points, and he's pointing in the general direction of the major general hospital of Night City PD.
Yeah, you can probably see like over the buildings, like the little red cross sticking up, like barely, like miles away. What? It comes from geese.
Geese?
Yes, geese.
Are
You've
you
probably
sure?
never seen one alive. Yes, they're imported from Japan.
Have you seen these geese being removed of their liver? How do you know it's geese liver?
I removed their liver, motherfucker, but they arrived to me dead, quite dead, but fresh, preserved.
Well,
You telling me
guess-
you've never seen a goose?
no, I have not. I thought liver pate is made from human liver. I thought that's what the hospital did. They took a bit of your liver and never gave it back to you.
They did try to take your organs, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Gwen starts to point her finger at Marcus. You're one of those motherfuckers from the internet. One of those crazy assholes. They're thinking that there's some cartel or crime ring here down these high-class restaurants robbing motherfuckers to pay for the university degrees. What do they call them? Pate Pirates? Modern day Robin Hoods.
Yes,
They ain't
yes.
here, motherfucker.
Pate
What are you
Pirates.
talking about?
Pate Pirates. That's the one. That's the one I was trying to hunt down and expose.
They're
There's so many.
fake. Ain't no such thing. Although, and then Johnny just gives Gwen a nod. Although, hey, sweetie, that fat slob last week got his phone stolen. Same thing. Somebody kidnapped his girlfriend. Crazy motherfucker. Too much chrome in that motherfucker's brain. He's 1 inch away from cyberpsychosis. Went to go take a piss, came back sweating, drenched. Bloodshot eyes. Might have done a mile of simp coat, that's all I know.
Who is this fat fuck you're talking about?
I don't know his name. Comes in here on the reg. Him and his girl.
Why was he tripping?
I don't know. I've never seen her. He always talks about how beautiful she is. And here we go. Every Wednesday, dinner for two. Dinner for two. You can probably get inside and go ask Maurice. Ask about the reservations log, but... Looking at you, motherfuckers, you look like rat-ass scurvy dogs. Maurice ain't going to talk to you. He's
How about
too
this?
for that.
How about this? How about you help me to get the truth out? If indeed what you say, that the Pate Pirates are all fake, then let me in so I can take pictures and put it on the internet so people know that La Paris is a business high esteem, that they do not dilly-dally in these fake news.
You want
So
to
it
show him
pains me
pictures
to
of a
say that.
dead goose?
Yes, that is how we get the word out. That's how the truth will come out. The truth is out there. I just found the truth. I would like to let the world know about it.
Gwen kind of looks at you and kind of looks you up and down. Listen, dude, you don't seem like a nice guy, but you maybe seem like fun to have a drink with, but I just got this job 3 months ago, and jobs in this part of Night City are hard to fucking come by. So between you and me, I'm not going to let your ass in unless you make it worth my while. You guys can give persuasion or conversation checks if you'd like.
You say you do not like your boss. What I'm trying to find out is the dirty little secrets this place holds. I can find my way into the security system. What if I find something interesting about your boss that you could use over his head the next time he tries to, take advantage of you? After all, people like us need to stick together and fight against the man.
You know what they say, man? I don't even know your name. And ifs and buts were candy as nuts, we'd all be rich up in here.
Well, my name's Cuervo. What's your name again?
I'm Gwen. This is Johnny.
Well, Johnny and Gwen, now we're friends.
I wouldn't go so much as to say that, Johnny says. So what you got? You got Eddie's or you have some other sort of deal?
Well,
Oh, that's good. That's enough. Exactly.
sometimes it's not about eddies, it's about favors, it's about who you know, it's about being real friendly with the right people, you know what I mean?
Just give Gwen and myself a minute here. Let us conversate for it too.
Hey, take your time, no pressure.
They step away, start chatting with each other. They come
What
back.
does she mean by ifs and buts?
Don't get lost in the weeds, my friend. Just let's focus on letting them talk amongst themselves and then getting us inside. And we'll see what they want in return.
Okay. Focus, Marcus, focus.
Gwen comes back and she says, listen here, we got a proposition. My friend Johnny, back in the day, used to run with a media named 24/7. If we bring 24/7 news of a story of a crime ring here in La Paris, well, the Eddies would be coming our way and it would be worth our while. That's if you break the story. Now, one thing we have to solve. What if you go in there and this is all just a wild, quote-unquote, goose chase?
Why don't you tell me what you want the story to say? And we'll see what we can make happen.
Listen, man, whatever you find in there, what if it's true or not? Johnny looks up and down, Marcus. Are your interface plugs visible and stuff?
Yeah. Marcus is, it'd be like if you look closely, it would be visible, but Marcus is not trying to hide it or anything.
He says, listen, if there's no story, make sure there's a story. I ain't no net runner, but word is you get down to the lower level of one of those net arcs, you can leave any sort of iris you want. make it look like anything can happen in this place. Bring down La Paris amidst a big part of scandal. You and me have a deal. But, of course, if the Pate Pirates are real, that's fine too. A real story is always better than a fake one, Gwen, right? That's right, my man. They give each other a high five.
What do you say, Marcus? Show these people living off the backs of us poor schmoes what it's like to be feeding people humans.
Yes, yes. I do not like to create fake news. One does not need to create fake news because the news is the news and the truth will always come out. And I will find the truth, whatever the truth is.
The truth is out there, my friend.
The truth
For
is
you
out
to
there.
find it.
There must be something dirty in this place. All places like this are dirty. It has to be. That's how they control us.
Now you're getting it.
Johnny and Gwen kind of like look around. They look up. They wait. There's like security cameras and stuff. They wait till it's pointed the other way, and they usher you into like where the locker room is for the staff. And basically, they change back into their urban flash, and they give you guys like these chef outfits, right? You've all been to a high class restaurant. They have the double breasted across, chef outfits and stuff. And just to make it look totally real, you still have all the stains on it from Johnny and Gwen from where they were working as line chefs that evening. And I'll probably rejoin the party as you walk in here. Let me get back to my French music. All right, let's find switch and a high top. Let's see here. There's Duger. Here's Switch.
So, Switch is eating, and
You guys are eating, and you guys see Cuervo and Marcus like walk up the steps. They look like fucking like you know how every once in a while the chef will come out and like, how was your meal, that sort of thing. They walk out with like these big tall chef caps on.
Are we heading towards them?
It's up to you. I mean, they're right at this high top, right next to the stairs. So.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be bringing out like from the
next
back.
to each other.
I'm gonna have a serving tray with a couple of long stem glasses, and he's gonna walk right up to them. So, your drink, sir.
Yeah. Digger's like, what are you doing here?
I work here. Do you not see? This is complimentary drinks from the owner.
Don't ruin this for me.
Oh, please, I would never ruin it. This pairs so well with, and he kind of looks at whatever they're eating. Those things.
Grabs the wine. First he grabs it by the top of it. He's and he puts it, grabs the stem, and he's like, "This is very nice, thank you." He's like talking through his teeth.
Well, we will not interrupt you and your daughter's dinner any longer, so you enjoy your evening while my sous chef and I go make some pate.
Switch just looks baffled.
Marcus looks at them and says, "Please enjoy the red drink from the bottle we found. Have a good evening."
He looks at the wine. He's like, what? He like smells it. He like looks around, makes sure people see. He starts swirling. He's like, it's very aromatic.
Switch is just really, really confused. She looks at her indicator on her arm to make sure that she's not overloaded her inhibitor.
She
Like,
sounds
she's not-
sick.
She's not it. Yeah, she is a little sick. She screamed so much at that wrestling match. She's losing her voice. But she's like, that was Cuervo and Marcus, right?
Yes, they've snuck in. I wonder if the access points are all inside. Hopefully they do their job while we maintain a front.
Oh, right. Is that what we're doing here?
Yes, my dear. That's why we need to eat all these oysters.
All of them?
Well, I'll eat most of them. I'm getting quite full. Don't want to end up to be Big Willie, you know.
Who's that?
That's the fat guy. We have to find his wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not fat.
Well, I have a little bit of a, middle-aged punch. Unfortunately, I need to, perhaps do some more sit-ups.
Nah, I do the sit-ups. That's not your job.
I'm getting old, my dear.
You know I don't like that kind of talk.
Well, I'm sorry. But sometimes I feel this is the way it is. I'm an old man. Barely hanging on. Probably one of the oldest men in Night City that's still alive. It's a good thing I'm good at what I do.
That's not true. I mean, you are good at what you do. You're not old. You're fine. You're gonna live forever, probably.
I don't think that's possible, my dear. Not even in 2045.
She kind of pokes at her food with her fork.
That's the salad fork. Use the bigger
Oh,
one.
sorry. Yeah. So, what happens to me when you're not here? Do I just...
Oh, well,
Am I still
when
here?
I die? Well, I kind of scratches his head. I guess I haven't thought about it exactly, but you are my beneficiary on all my insurance with Militech, and any money I have would be immediately wired to you. I think you should get out of town, move to, I don't know, New Seattle or something.
But I'll still be here. I'll still be real.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, a real person and not... Her indicator light is like going up into the red. Not just, you know, parts.
My dear, of course you'll be a real person. I don't quite understand what you're getting at. You are you.
I'm only me. Because of you, and if you're not here. And she almost starts to like hyperventilate.
No, that is not true. You're fine. This is why I want you to do things more independently. Like going with Marcus to the wrestling thing. It's good for you. You can't be totally dependent on me forever because, like I said, I am old and I will die eventually. And when I am, that will leave you by yourself. And you need to have some independence. I can't be your protector forever.
She looks very morose. Just pokes at her food.
It's a good thing, my dear. I'll still always be here for you, of course.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Until I die, that
What's... Just eat your oysters.
They're making me feel slightly strange. I think I need to slow down on them. But
Okay.
don't worry about it, my dear. I'm healthy, fit as a fiddle.
Yeah, I know, that's what I meant. You're not gonna die.
Right. But if I do, if someone shoots me or, Marcus, his Pate Pirates come and harvest my liver, you'll be taken care of. I have it all arranged.
She then smiles and she says, then there's no problem, because I'm never gonna let that happen.
That's good. I don't really want my liver harvested. He takes... You don't know if it's like happenstance, but he takes a spoonful of pate and puts it on a piece of bread and takes a bite of it. Oh, he's like, this is wonderful pate. Here. And he hands it over to her.
She'll eat to keep him happy and to keep him talking about death.
And with that, the camera pans across the restaurant. The sun has set hours and hours ago. The brilliant neon lights of Night City go in through the windows of the restaurant. You hear the clinking of martini glass and the low hush of folks in quiet conversation. As the camera zooms in on two ne'er-do-wells, Marcus Blazik and Cuervo, who are dressed as sous chefs and somehow make their way up onto the main floor. And you see the access point right above there, Marcus Blazik. Right there on the map. How do you make your way over there and maintain your cover as sous chefs?
The one I just pinged? This one?
Yep.
Based on the picture, am I to assume that this kind of semicircle thing is a kind of like a sushi chef prep station?
I think they're bathrooms, but sure.
Oh, they're bathrooms.
Oh, wow, that's
okay.
a weird place. Yeah, they do look like giant toilets.
I don't have the walls in because of minimum prep. But yeah, there's walls. I think they're probably toilet stalls and stuff and sinks. Yeah.
Okay. So that's actually good. So,
You wouldn't be able to see through that wall.
Oh, I won't be able to see through that wall. Okay.
Yeah.
But I see the access point there, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hold on. Shit, where is it?
Is Marcus going to point that out to me?
This one. Marcus will point it out and say like, Cuervo, I think we are close. You see that thing up there? And he kind of, kind of from his hip, he's pointing his finger up into the ceiling, and there's this, when you look at it closely, it definitely feels out of place with the rest of the decor because, access points are really, eventually you can make out it's an access point. I need to get close to that.
See those two fine young-looking women over that table there behind SW and Switch? Let's just go over and see how their meal's going for the evening, right?
Yes, but the moment I jack in, they will know something's off.
Who?
No, not jack into them. When I jack into the access point.
Well, I will keep their attention while you do it. It's right on that wall, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Don't take long.
Okay, it's gonna be tough. Generally when I'm jacked in, I'm all jacked up. But I'll keep it.
Keep your
Keep it on the
jacking
down.
under control. You'll be fine.
Okay. And Marcus kind of looks at, okay, I need to take this towel and put it on my left hand, and I take this bottle of red stuff and walk around.
No, I will deal with the red stuff. You just follow me and then kind of like meander over there while I talk to them.
Okay, then I will just nod my head and smile at everyone like I know what I'm doing.
Perfect. Just like real life.
Okay, just like real life. All right.
So yeah, Cuervo's gonna lead the way, kind of go past and go to these two and just let Marcus kind of walk by, and he's like, good evening, ladies. I'm just seeing if you are enjoying your meal tonight.
Of course. One of them, the bald chick, of course with the purple skin. She kind of looks at her plate, and the duck there is just kind of moved all over her place. Of course. Your name would be, sir?
Well, my name is Clarence. I'm one of the sous chefs here at Le Perrier, and it is common for us to go out and interact with our customers to make sure we're providing the best experience possible.
Of course. And normally, I would say that my experience here would be exquisite. Marite Lapage makes the most exquisite and delicate duck confit I have ever had, but this duck, good sir, Clarence, it was still quacking when they brought it to me. She pushes it around, and it's clear that half of the meat is not even cooked, and there's a piece of beak on the on her plate. I certainly cannot eat this, sir. And please, more Cabernet Sauvignon for myself and my guest here, my girlfriend.
I can get that right away, but perhaps you would like to try this blend that we have here this evening. It pairs well with several meats. And while I'm sorry that this wasn't cooked to your exact specifications, I do know in Europe this is considered very, avant-garde.
Are you disparaging my taste, sir?
Oh, not at all.
I would know if a duck was cooked or not.
Quite right.
Give me a... I'm getting a solo and some social checks here.
Mm-hmm.
Give me style or persuasion at a 13, which is...
Oh, God.
What's the 13? 13 is every day. Should be harder than that. Should be difficult. Difficult, 15.
Well, but he's wearing the chef's outfit. So...
I'm clearly wearing a chef suit. I know what I'm talking about.
All right, we'll take it down to 13. And you guys always have luck. You guys never use luck.
It refreshes after each session,
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, it does.
I'm going to use 3.
It's 12:18 a.m.
I'm going to use 3.
Okay.
So just 3 for additional mods.
Yep. Oh! You're one shy.
Oh, darn. So he's talking to him, kind of convincing them, just pulling shit out of his ass, like the fake it till you make it, that...
So they start going into you, and as you walk past Marcus, you just hear these two Karens laying into Cuervo. But he's kind of keeping them occupied, in a manner of speaking, right?
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna. So Marcus, underneath the this white stuff that he's wearing, doesn't even know what to call it, and doesn't understand why it's white and it's all dirty. But who understands rich people? So he, basically surreptitiously, when no one's looking, jacks in to the access point. Before jacking in, he's definitely going to bring up his armor program and have that running.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you jack in. Let's see here. All right. Describe what it looks like as the scenes, the smells, the voices of La Paris fade, and you enter into cyberspace.
Yeah, so, in the background there is these two women arguing back with Cuervo. He can hear Cuervo kind of be very unlike Cuervo and just take it on the chin and agree with them and apologize. And it's just this all these aromas and scents that Marcus is never used to, and all this red stuff flowing everywhere and everybody smiling and laughing, and he can't understand what's happening because is this how these people live? Are they? And he thought they were all robots and lizard people, and he's very confused at this point. And then he jacks in, and then he comes into a familiar space of the Netscape where it's just the La Paris dining room just fades into this cool, calm, neon, metallic, room that's like kind of like 8x8.
And kind of out of the corner of your eye, I'm going to move the map up here. You see walking towards you what looks to be a manager or another server or somebody else walking towards you slowly, as so not to cause a scene. Or maybe she's walking towards Cuervo in order to put out that fire that her fellow quote-unquote sous chef has caused. So Marcus, you're not going to have as much time you want to operate here. You're going to have a 1d4 plus 6 rounds to get into this net arc and get out. So once you make me a 1d6 plus 4 roll.
1d6 plus 4. Jeez. Here we go. 3d6 plus 4. Yeesh. 5 rounds. Okay.
You got 5 rounds. Round number 1.
Round number 1. Okay.
Change the sounds. Let's do something more. Let's do Dance of the Droids.
Nice. Sweet. Okay, so my armor is powered up. So I'm going to use one action to power up my sorry. Where is that? Worm.
Mm-hmm.
And so that gives me a +2, and then I'm assuming I only see, do I see the imp or do I see the lock?
The imp is immediately there on the first floor. He immediately senses you in the neck architecture.
Okay.
You see this brilliant orange orb kind of circling around you that has horns on its head. And you also see a password on the first floor with a DV is 6.
Okay, so first action was to load up worm. Second action would be to basically run not Pathfinder. What's the
Backdoor.
Backdoor. Yep.
All
So interface +2. What? Really?
Fumble.
So Marcus is like busy, like he can't even like be himself because he's in disguise, and generally he's like moving around, jumping, screaming, but he can't do anything. He feels very restricted and claustrophobic, and he can hear all the chatter going, and like through his, he can see that this person is coming towards him, and then he fumbles. I have one more action.
You do.
Yeah. Yep. So. I'm just going to since the imp is the imp on the same level as me?
Yes.
Okay,
Imps,
so then
imps can float around at will.
Okay. So I'm just going to use my he's like, instead of like he's like and he's going to try his no, I can't do that. So I'm just going to use my sword attack on the imp.
Where's the person that's going towards them?
Right.
Are they actually pictured
there.
on this?
The imp is that circular thing. It's just a...
Yeah, but the you mean the server?
Alice.
Yeah, Alice there.
Does she look like she's staff, right?
Yeah, she looks like she's staff. She's heading towards Cuervo, actually.
Switch is gonna get up and toss her napkin on the table and start walking toward Alice.
Let's finish his round first, real quick.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying that's what she's doing in case he runs out of time. Her plan is to try to buy him more.
Got it. All right. So you get 13.
13 with this is the sword attack.
All right, and their interface is 3. Let's see if this works. It does. Oh, he fumbled too. All right, roll your damage for sword. What? That's very good. He's got 5 left. Round 2, or we can go to switch now.
Yeah, that's
Actually, let me return. Let me return you.
Oh yeah.
He's just gonna zap twice. Is what he's gonna do. Interface, boom, 12.
Okay, hold on. Interface.
Miss.
So like Marcus is like now jittering, right? So he's fighting this imp and he wants to try all his wrestling moves that he's been learning, but he's like just standing there like frozen like a statue. He can't move and he wants to like stab at it, but he's making sure that he doesn't do anything in actual meat space. The second one hits.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's all right.
6 damage.
39.
All right, we're on round 2. We're going to move back up to here. So, switch. You obviously see what we role played. Alice is walking towards Cuervo. You put your napkin on the table. You start to walk towards Alice. What do you do next?
Switch walks towards Alice, just stands right in her way, and blocks her view, which she easily does because she's 6 feet tall. And she says, "Excuse me."
Alice blunders into you, spills some wine on you. Oh my god, I'm sorry! I am so sorry. Oh, what a beautiful dress. Oh my
Switch
god.
is genuinely mortified.
It's a Madame Chauffeur. Oh my god.
You ruined my dress. Like the lights are going up into the red part of her arm. Like she was gonna ask where the bathroom is, but she's genuinely.
Oh my god, so sorry. Give me a human perception with the DV21.
Oh.
This is not. There's no way. I don't even think she can.
DB21.
Where's the social? This is gonna be hilarious. Yeah, no clue.
Okay, fine. Yeah, she spills the wine on you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What can I do to make it up to you?
You fucking bitch. This is my brand new dress.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything? These rounds are several seconds.
Duggar
here, so.
is just notices that Sydney's even not at the table.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks around. He maybe something next turn he'll do something.
Cuervo's just taking the ass chewing in stride, buying time.
And do you know who I am?
I'm sorry, it's my first day.
And who are you, Clarence? Where is your manager?
I will go get him momentarily. Do you want me to take this duck away?
I want Clarice. I want Maurice. You get me Maurice.
I will. But did you have a chance to try the wine? We'll just keep going from there.
She just starts drinking it because she's pissed at the help. Ah, the help. All right, back to Marcus then. Round 2. Round 2, what are you doing?
So again, the same thing. Worm to try and break the lock. Hopefully this time it works. Work. 12.
And you're good. Boom.
Since there's not enough time, I'm going to run. I'm not even going to run Pathfinder, right? Because it's crazy. So he's just going to go deeper into the. No, I have to run Pathfinder, right?
No, you don't.
No,
You
I'm just slamming. This is going to be hot dogging all the way. So he's just going to go to the next level.
That actually does not cost a. It does not even cost a.
Yeah, because it's just free move in the net architecture, right? So,
Yep.
he's just gonna power through. He knows this is a bad idea, but he's seeing shit is kind of not going great.
All right. That was only one action so far. We do. So you go to the next round. You see a file. It's
Okay.
encrypted. It's encrypted, so you do have to use an ID. The DV is 6. And the title of the file is Reservation Schedule. Reservation schedules.
Okay. So I need to run ID to find it, right? You said.
Yep. To de-encrypt it, and then you get to download it for free.
Ah, shit. Fuck it. He's gonna go further into the architecture.
All right. That does not cost you anything. And next one is observation camera logs. Bunch of data files going back several weeks of observation cameras.
Yep. So he's going to. This is what he needs. So he starts copying this. So that will be one action.
Yep, that's 6 as well. It's encrypted.
Oh, encrypted. Okay, so now it's going to be ID.
Yep.
Yeah, ID. Submit 9.
Got it. That's yours.
Right, and
You
then
take the files, you have all the logs downloaded. That's 2 actions this round.
and then there's one more action. He's going to come back to the reservations, and he's going to run. I can't run ID again, right?
Yeah, you can.
Can I? Oh, okay.
ID is a net action. It's not a program, so you can. do
Okay,
it.
yeah. So I'm going to run ID again on that to get. Ooh! No, I didn't beat it.
Nope, you didn't get it. And the imp has caught up to you at this point, and he zaps you twice. This thing is just you can roll play. It looks like he's chasing you through this. Like, get away! Get out of here!
Yeah. The thing is, Marcus so wants to like move his hands and arms and like scream and do shit, but he's just standing there. Like he's basically like standing like a statue and just floating in the net architecture, being very un-Marcus-like. So first interface, he's
Yes.
able to defend. So yeah, so the thing is zapping him, and he just stands like a statue, and then just like in next space, just disappears and appears again, disappears and appears again.
All right, we're up to round 3. We're going to go back up to meat space, and we'll go to switch first. Alice is like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry. How can I make this up to you? I can come for your dinner. Would you like me to fetch Maurice?"
We need to fix it. We need to fix this.
I'll most certainly fix it. Give me 1 moment, ma'am. I will go right downstairs and fetch Maurice.
No, you need to fix this. I don't want Maurice. I want my dress fixed.
Oh, yeah. Sydney, what is happening? Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I am sorry, sir. I spilled a glass of wine on your wife, or girlfriend, or significant other, or escort. I am sorry. I'll buy her a new dress. I'll have my own paycheck.
He looks at Switch and looks at the wine and the black dress, and he's pretty pissed, honestly. What would he do? Fuck.
Sydney's actually, like, for a second, her rippers snip out, but they snip back in really quick. You just hear a click.
He says, it's fine. What's your name?
Alice.
Last name?
Alice Johnson.
Can I tell if she's being truthful?
Yeah, she's being
Yeah,
truthful.
he's like, oh, and you work at La It's fine. It's fine. Everyone makes mistakes. We'll take care of it, my dear. To Sydney.
Her lips, like, actually trembling, like she looks on the verge of
Yeah, he
tears.
puts his arm kind of on her shoulder. It's all right. It's okay. Let's take a deep breath, my dear.
And we'll go back to Cuervo and Marcus. Is Cuervo still just soaking up the slings and darts from these people, or is he going to go?
Yeah, he's standing there just letting them lay into him and just occasionally interjecting that, it's important that the customer is heard and that their opinions are taken to heart, and that's how you become a better restaurant. But for the most part, he's just fucking taking it.
Okay, we're back to Marcus then on round 3. What are you doing? Marcus is
Mute.
Sorry. So Marcus runs ID again on that file to get the reservations.
yeah, you got that last round, I think, right?
No, I got the video of logs from the last round. and then you said this file where I'm at that level is basically reservations.
Yeah,
So
I thought you got the ID on that one successfully.
no, I did not. I went deeper into the architecture because
Oh, you're going down. You're down here even.
no. I went up till the camera, right?
Okay.
I ID'd the camera,
Okay.
and then I came back where the imp is. The imp attacked me twice.
Remember, movement's free.
No, I know. So this is what happened, right? So, I had only one more action where I had to do the ID of the, so I could only ID the files of the camera,
Okay.
and I came back to now ID the files because this is the next round.
Yep, you got the files. Yep, you did ID the files then.
Yep, cool. And then he's going to turn around and then use his sword on the imp because it's now irritating him.
Right. So you got the reservations and the camera data so far.
Yep.
And this is
he's
round
gonna
3.
Attack the imp.
All right. Uh, 10 and 7.
No. 7 to whatever you need to roll.
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry. Oh, missed.
Yes. And he's going to then zap it.
13. That's a hit. Roll me damage.
I think zap is 1d6. Right, yeah, 1d6.
He has 1 left.
Okay. Can't check out. Fuck it. How many more actions do you have? One more action?
One
No.
more. One more, and this is round 3.
Yep. I'm gonna just zap it again. Oof.
Nope.
No joy.
All right.
That
Their turn on you. 6.
6.
6. No
Yes.
damage.
Woo!
Entering round 4. And we're back up here. Alice is talking to Duger and Switch. She's saying she'll buy a dress. Is there anything else she can do?
Sydney's so upset that I think she actually kind of hits that point where her implant kicks in a dose of calming brain chemicals, neurotransmitters, and her head kind of twitches for a second, and then her expression flattens. It's just a dress. Take me to the restroom. Help me clean it up.
And me? You would like me to do this, ma'am?
Take me to the restroom and help me clean it up.
Of course. Yes, follow me. She starts to walk to the restroom. Whoop.
Duggar says,
take the
Sydney, it's going to be okay.
She just kind of blinks at him, and he would recognize that kind of blank. You know, it's like when someone's on too much narcotics, just really absent. And she says, I know, it's fine. I'm gonna go clean up.
Okay. He doesn't like seeing her like this. It's probably been quite a while since it's happened, and he kind of frowns and looks over at the waitress, and he's kind of oblivious to what he like thinks of it. Says he's like, you idiot, like he's just been indulging in food and wine, and he's kind of completely not knowing what's going on. He kind of like looks around to try to get his bearings and go back to them.
Cuervo, you still soaking up the stuff? Because we'll go back to Marcus real quick.
Yep, go ahead, because he's just gonna take the flak until Marcus is done.
Yep. So Marcus, this is entering round 4.
Ah, shit, this thing is still alive, right?
Has one left.
So I'm gonna do zap 8.
You have luck too, remember. 8?
Yeah.
8, nope.
Fuck it. I'm just going as deep as the architecture goes at this point.
This is the last level. And this one is a DV6 file as well. And it is called staff, hiring logs, all that stuff. It's all the operational stuff, like who they've hired, who they've fired, etc.
Okay. So ID 11.
You got the file. It's yours.
Okay.
You have one action left.
One action left. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. He's gonna jack out.
You jack out. And you are again greeted by the sights and sounds of La Paris. And as you come to, you see Switch following Alice to the bathroom. Alice turns around and she shouts and she backs and points a finger at Switch. There she is! There she is! Thief! 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 A member of the Pate! What you call them?
Pate Pirates.
The Pate Pirates! Pate Pirates! And she has obviously hit something in her pocket. And security starts to come up through the steps. Look! Check her pocket! Check her pocket!
Would she have a pocket?
Maybe you have a handbag or
Yeah.
whatever she had. Yeah. Maybe in her cleavage. Alice, if you look down, there is an agent that she has slipped onto your person somehow. Switch. And that is where we'll end it tonight.
Woo! Nice.
I was going to have Marcus steal out of her bank account. Now it's going to be even worse. There's a lot.
The Pate Pirates! The Pate
she
Pirates!
missed it. She left.
They're coming for us.
She took it.
Oh, she
Yeah,
missed it.
you better tell her what happened.
What happened? What'd I miss? While Sydney's in the bathroom.
Didn't know.
Alice started backing away from you, started pointing her finger and saying, "You're a thief, 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 thief! She stole somebody's agent. I saw her do it. She's one of the thieves, the Pate Pirates."
Alice starts saying that to me.
Yeah, and then it faded to black.